The Hulk-like reaction! Hi everyone, my name is Royce. I'm your friendly neighborhood TCM doctor. TCM, which stands for Traditional Chinese Medicine, is a well-rounded medical system for diagnosing, treating, and even preventing diseases. Acupuncture, toenail massages, cupping, and herbs are all part of TCM treatments. Today we're gonna go over a couple movie clips that are related to TCM and or acupuncture. Final Destination 5.
Oh. Wait. Are those things even sterilized? No, I'm not catching any diseases unless I've earned them.
That is a very legit concern and he's absolutely right. The needles should be sterilized. Acupuncture needles nowadays came with a package and it's disposable, sterilized, and single use only. After each use, it's placed in a sharp container.
You understood that? You speak English. Oh.
Sterilizing needles with alcohol is actually not enough and not safe. Reusing the needle that is improperly sterilized can actually cause infection or bloodborne diseases like STD or hepatitis C.
Ow, okay, it's in. It's definitely in. Ow, okay, yes, it is in. How many of these are you gonna put in me?
Acupuncture needle come with different size and length. You can see in this scene, this is a typical acupuncture needle that is as thin as a hair. But all of a sudden, thicker needle are placed next second. And this is a typical way for the movie to exaggerate and create a dramatic effect. The angle of the needles are actually quite unusual. Typically, in a clinic setting, when we needle the chest area, we try to avoid needling perpendicularly, meaning going straight in, because there are the lung organ and also our heart underneath. Even though there is the intercostal muscles to protect it, there is still risk of causing pneumothorax. If we really need to needle the chest, we usually go for more oblique or more superficial insertions.
嗱，呢支針咧就會幫你出頭髮嘅。
This acupuncture point that she just did is called yin tang and is a great point to actually help to calm our mind and help us feel more relaxed. Typically, this is not a point that we use for hair growth, but one of the main cause for baldness or hair loss is actually stress. And by needling this point, it can indirectly help him with hair growth. You can tell from the interior design of this clinic, it's very high-end, it has a soothing vibe, and everything is well designed. However, there is a couple problems. Candle and incense, as soothing as it looks and feel, is actually a fire hazard, which is not typically used in the normal clinical settings. When the towel caught on fire, there's no smoke detector that went on, and this is unacceptable in a normal practice. It's really strange that when he screams, nobody came to react. Usually in a clinical setting, a professional practitioner or the receptionist should be close by and react to any emergency situations. When he first called, there should be somebody that rushes in and then make sure he's okay and just to check what the situations. Needles will never be able to push into our body like a nail in this scene. Like we mentioned, acupuncture needles are very thin. You can imagine pushing a hair onto your skin. It will just bend easily. The Matrix. Here in the clip, you can actually see two different styles of acupuncture. Traditional style, that is just the needles, versus electroacupuncture, which has the small device that's clipped onto the needle. This device will run a small current through the needles into our muscles or the targeted area. Electroacupuncture needles are often placed on the origin and the insertion of a muscle group. This is to try to relax or stimulate the muscle based on its current. Typically, when using electroacupuncture, we try to avoid the chest area or crossing the center line. This is to prevent electrocurrent messing up our cardiac signal in our heart. In Neil's case, because he has never used his muscle in his whole life, the muscle should be in a more atrophy state, meaning the muscle strength and muscle size should be smaller and weaker. The movie chooses to use acupuncture to help him recover from a atrophy state is realistic. However, it is not that simple. In clinic setting, we often need to pair acupuncture session with active and passive movement of the muscles. This means during the session, we're actively moving the muscle for the patient or the patient is moving himself to regain the muscle functions. Fu Panda.
Big, fat panda who treats it like a joke.
When acupuncture is being used by an undertrained practitioner, it can create harm similar to this situation. I've heard of a case report of a man developed Bell's palsy after his acupuncture session. What might have happened there is the needle punctured and break one of the blood vessels on the face, creating internal bleeding. And this causes pressure to build up and press against the facial nerves that controls the facial muscles. Luckily, he recovered quite quickly afterwards. As ironic as the above example and post situation here is, acupuncture can actually be one of the most effective way in treating Bell's palsy because it can bring more energy and blood flow into the facial area to regain the muscle function and also give it a lift. This is also the reason why cosmetic acupuncture can be effective.
Wait! My fault! I accidentally tweaked his facial nerve! And may have also stopped his heart.
Now, stopping the heart is definitely exaggerating. I've never heard of a situation like this before, so you don't have to worry. But this also shows that it is very important to find a registered practitioner who've gone through proper training hours and clinical experiences. The Nutty Professor.
Maybe you should try Jenny Craig.
I've never seen that many needles being used in a treatment, so this is definitely an exaggeration from the movies. Don't worry about it. In our practice, we want our treatment to be as focused as possible. Using that many needles not only will lose focus for whatever the practitioner is targeting, but it also creates unnecessary stress for the patient. More needles doesn't mean more effective. When a practitioner knows exactly what they're treating, which in this case I'm not too sure about, only a few needles are enough. Acupuncture can indeed be an effective way for weight loss. However, coming to acupuncture once and expecting it to completely heal is like going to the gym once and expecting 6 packs in the next morning. It doesn't work that way. It's not magic. Chinese medicine treatment requires time and momentum for the body to change. In addition to acupuncture treatment, changing our lifestyle and diet can also be crucial. Working with an acupuncturist or a Chinese medicine practitioner can identify the exact reason that you're having weight gain, and they will help you establish a realistic treatment plan. Shokugeki no Soma.
東洋医学に基づき煎じた生薬や漢方薬を使って体系的な食養生を行う食と医学、薬学を融合させた料理、それが薬膳。
Medicated diet is a marriage between food, herb, and pharmacology. Food-herb pairing not only enhances the taste of the food, but it also brings health benefits. For example, in Indian cuisine, fennel and curcumin are an essential ingredient for curry. They're also known for its anti-inflammatory effect. Another common combination can be found in Japanese restaurants. The specific pairing of miso soup, ginger, and sushi sashimis can prevent any stomach discomfort that may happen.
私の薬膳、羊肉下津島カレーでございます。
ほんまや、巡る。体中に薬膳のエネルギーが巡り寄るで。
The Hulk-like reaction after eating that dish is definitely exaggerated. However, 4-substance decoction is a famous TCM formula that is really good for replenishing blood. It works really well for individuals suffering from lightheadedness or insomnia due to blood deficiency. There have been lots of misconception of Chinese medicine in movies or social media, disapproving or denying its effect due to the fact that it's ancient. Chinese medicine has actually came a long way and have now developed into a very safe and effective treatment for various conditions. We can even integrate a lot of the theories into our daily lives. I recommend consulting to a local Chinese medicine professionals or acupuncturist in order to balance or regulate your health. If you're interested in learning more about TCM and how it can apply to you, make sure to subscribe and follow to our channel.